everybody, and if you are new to my YouTube channel, hi, my name is Shannon Montgomery and welcome. I am so excited that you decided to join me today. So this is a law-focused channel. I am an attorney licensed in the state of Florida, and I love to serve fitness entrepreneurs and health and wellness professionals. So those are my clients, and what I do here is bring you information that's going to help you build your fitness business, whether it be online, whether it's a gym, anything of that nature. I am here to help you. So today's video is going to be short, and just as a little disclaimer, this is not to be taken as legal advice. This is simply some information and knowledge to kind of get you thinking and put you in the right direction towards building the business of your dreams. So in today's video, I am going to give you my top 3 things that I think all business owners need to consider when they're first starting out. So number 1, my biggest concern for you is that you choose the appropriate business entity and that you get that set up with the state that you live in. There are multiple types of entities. I'm sure you've heard of limited liability companies or LLCs. There are partnerships, there are S corporations and C corporations, and each entity is going to be different. They're all taxed differently and they're handled differently. So before you make the decision on what type of entity you need, I would discuss it with an attorney in your area and a CPA so you know exactly what the tax implications are going to be. The reason why I want you to set up a business entity and not do business as a sole proprietor for too long is because when you have a business entity set up, filed, and formed in the state that you're doing business, you are shielded from personal liability, and that is going to be so important. I'm not going to get into why, but just know that forming an entity will shield you from personal liability. The second thing that I want you all to make sure you're doing when you first start your business, and of course through the life of your business, is to get everything in writing. I know that a lot of times, particularly in the fitness and health and wellness world, we're working with people that we love, whether that be family, friends. You are a good person, and what you're doing with your life is there to help others and make others happy. So you just assume the same with everyone around you. But unfortunately, that is not the world we live in. So whatever you're doing, whether that be with clients or if you're working with third parties to provide a particular good or service to your clients, or if you're working on building a website for your fitness business, just make sure that everything you're doing, you're getting some sort of a contract written out that states who the parties are, what you expect from the other side, what they expect from you, things like payment, things like what's going to happen if somebody doesn't get paid. If you're a personal trainer and you're an online trainer, you need a contract with your clients so that they know when to pay you, they know what to expect from you as far as check-ins, how often they can reach out to you, everything like that. If you get it all in writing and something goes wrong, you have that contract to look at and review and really hold each other accountable for what you have agreed to. There are such things as oral contracts, but it is best practice to make sure that what you're doing is written out, signed by both parties, dated, and that each party keeps a copy of the contract, whether that be actual paper or somewhere in a cloud, however you like to do business. Just make sure that you keep a copy of it. The third thing that I want you all to do before you start doing business, if you are choosing a brand name or company name and a logo, I want you to do the proper research before you start doing business under that name. And why do I say that? There is this thing called trademarks, and if you are a business owner, you likely will have some sort of distinctive brand name or logo, and it will likely be given trademark protection. Whether you register it or not, it will have common law trademark protections. And if you start doing business, even if it's just online, start doing, particularly if it's online, actually even more so than if it's brick and mortar. If you start doing business under a particular name that you've just decided you love so much and it's so great, and there's another company, whether they provide a similar service or not, you run the risk of infringing on their trademark. If somebody's been doing business with a particular name or logo before you did, then they have the rights in that trademark, if they've registered it or not. So do your research. Reach out to an attorney, Google, check the USPTO website for registered trademarks with the name or the logo that you want to use. Also check your state's trademark website because you can register it statewide. And then of course with the federal government. Check any kind of resource you can. Don't rely on something like LegalZoom to do the check for you because they don't always do the most in-depth research. That's really why I would say for something like trademarks, and really before you print your business cards, before you build your website, before you start telling people what you're doing business under, what name, with what logo, you need to make sure that you are not going to be infringing on somebody else's trademarks. Because it's not always going to be great if you've decided that you want to offer, online health and wellness coaching under the same name that somebody else has already been offering online health and wellness coaching, or maybe they're just offering nutrition coaching. Either way, it gets very sticky and you have to be careful. So do your research. So the top 3 things are: 1, choose a business entity, get it registered so that you can protect yourself from that personal liability. 2, make sure that everything you're doing, you're getting it in writing. All of your contracts need to be signed by both parties, and you need to make sure that they clearly show what the relationship is, what you're doing, and what you expect from one another. And number 3, which really should be number 1, before you start doing business under your chosen name with your chosen logo, be sure that you are not infringing on anybody else's trademark rights, okay? So that is it. Thank you guys for watching. If you have questions, you can open up the box below this. My email will be there. My website will be there. Also, if you go to my website, I have lots and lots of articles, and I'm constantly posting articles about subjects like this, other subjects, and things that I think you need to know for the business owner. So if you have a question, leave a comment below or shoot me an email. I would love to talk to you guys. Helping you help the world is what I want to do. So reach out if you need me. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.